Field Training Exercise North was a very successful exercise. We conducted day and night operations both at sea and land, enabled by aircraft operations in both of those environments. They were also very capably supported by Special Operations Forces and intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance capabilities. There were multiple achievements for Field Training Exercise North. We integrated joint fires from a number of different platforms, both in the air and from the ground. One of the highlights was the conduct of parachuting operations, both parachute military freefall in the full darkness of night, and also a 100+ parachute jump static line from a Marine C-130. There were many other achievements for this exercise. We conducted 120mm expeditionary field fire support system firings, which was the first of its type, a multiple movable around the battle space compact firing system that provides a major capability and a big punch to support the ground forces. We did training with unmanned aerial vehicles that are in the US Marine Corps inventory to provide tactical situational awareness for the military commanders on the field. At sea, we got to conduct a massive air serial with aircraft, fast jets, F-18s enabled by wedge-tail airborne electronic warfare and control aircraft and air-to-air refuelers attacking the surface action group at sea. That enabled the controllers on board the ships to prepare for mass anti-air warfare scenarios, and also they were supported by aircraft combat air patrol and were able to fend off the aggressors. They also practiced procedures against an Aegis-equipped ship, which was the USS John S. McCain, to enable the Royal Australian Navy to have better understanding of the Aegis-equipped air warfare destroyers about to achieve their operational capability. Significant challenges that were faced for Field Training Exercise North mainly revolved around the natural environment. So both the weather and the conditions, and also the rather friendly fauna or wildlife found down, particularly in the Mount Bundy training area. Live firing is extremely important in that you can only simulate so much with our weapons simulation systems that we have at the moment. In order for all members of the team and the joint and integrated team to have confidence in each other's capabilities and in each other's weapon systems, and for the individuals to have confidence in their own weapon systems, there is no substitute for the conduct of live fire. The camaraderie is extremely high between our two nations. This culminates a whole bunch of training which has been done at a lower level. This is like the A game for the football team, and it is absolutely a magnificent feeling for them to get out there and have a gold class or a gold trophy win in the training environment. So there's very high morale. We've conducted this exercise very safely, but we've been able to push the limits to the top of our ability against a very capable adversary, and there's a very significant amount of achievement that each individual soldier and Marine and sailor has got out of this activity, and including the aircraft that support it as well.
Yeah, Talisman Saber North is a bilateral exercise between the Australian and United States Marine Corps that's going to test both non-live fire and live fire throughout Mount Bundy training area here just outside of Darwin. Talisman Saber North was extremely successful. The integration of the United States Marines and our counterparts here with the ADF in the Northern Territory, working alongside each other, working for each other's commands, not just doing the combat patrolling, but out there doing the live fire, calling for a fixed and rotor wing cast was extremely beneficial for both the ADF and the United States Marines.
Yeah, the fostering of bilateral relations is the key part about what Exercise Talisman Saber North is about. We've been working quite hard with the Marines in the couple of months that they've been here. It has been, like all exercises, it's not without its challenges. We're progressing through each of these and we're discovering ways that we can work together and continue to work together in the future.
Being able to train with the Australians at the company level and have a platoon of U.S. Marines go train inside of a company on the Australian side, and they gave up an Australian platoon to come train with India company. It increases a lot of interoperability, but being able to prove that it's possible, and not only that it's possible, but we can thrive in this environment with our partners closely integrated with us, is something that I think it's substantial to look at and step back and say, wow, that's a significant achievement for two nationalities and the defense forces within those nationalities come together and pull off something like we're doing. And then also, quite frankly, from a historical perspective, there's very few things we've done since World War I without the Australians by our side. And to be able to continue that heritage, that legacy that we have being at each other's side, and going into the 21st century is something we are looking to continue here well into the future beyond ourselves.
Well, as part of Talisman Saber, 5RR Mortar Platoon, we've inserted as organic fire support for the battle group, and when required, we will be utilised. The interoperability between the Marines and us has been really good. We're able to bounce ideas off each other and obviously grow as a coalition, and working out ways that we can support each other.
It's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Throughout my whole entire career, I've always wanted to come down here, work with the Australians, and having this opportunity has been a real eye-opener and it's been real exciting.
I'm Flight Lieutenant Michael Bales, a pilot with 75 Squadron in the Northern Territory. Working with the US military is obviously a fantastic opportunity. They're obviously a very professional organisation. Interoperability, integration, coalition warfighting is obviously the way of the future, and so it's always a wonderful opportunity when we get to practice these with our American counterparts.
And then just working with Aussie forces all around has been it's been awesome. It's been great. The way that we work together is it just works. I mean, the language is there, and there is some difficulties with the acronyms and language stuff, but for the most part, it's been very smooth. Planning cycles have gone very well, and the ops have gone very well.
I got a machine gun right here.
serials, you know, there's no one. 8616 305. We have a VIP unit tomorrow. We aren't going to be able to give you the 30 minutes of outside only. So we'll land here.
Get up there, Emmanuel, go, move, as soon as you can, get that gun going.
Oh, hurry up, in line,
Let's go! Bound up! Bound up!